I feel like no matter how organized you are, there will be some point in our school or some point in our semester that we just left behind on some assignments. Oh yeah. So in this video, I will give you a few tips that you can do when you have a lot of assignments left behind, or maybe it's the beginning of your semester and you want to make sure that this semester you don't left anything behind. Let's get right into it. First thing you need to do is to read your syllabus or course outline. Most school or most classes, we will have outline that our teacher will given or shown us in the beginning of the class to let us know what to expect and what should we do throughout the semester. But it's been a few weeks now and obviously we don't look at it anymore, so you forget it anymore. So the first thing that you need to do in order for you to get back on track is to reread your syllabus or course outline. But if your teacher doesn't provide you with the course outline, or maybe there's no platform where you can check and assess it, make sure to email or text your teacher to ask for it. Now once you have access to your course outline or your syllabus, you want to note down any important dates to your task manager or simply paper just for reference. If you want to print it out, the section that has the dates, you can do that too. And I mean you need to note down everything, including the quiz, any potential exams, dates, range of exams, anything, maybe surprise quizzes, everything. Once you've done written out everything and you can see over all of your courses on what you have, you want to align them which one that have the highest priority to your grades and overall performance and contribute the most to your overall grades. This will allow you to see which courses or which assignment are really important and which of them are actually not so important. So let's say that you don't have time anymore and you really got no time, you can skip on the less important one and you can just work on the most important one and maximize your score from there. By the end of this exercise where you clear out your syllabus and see everything, you should be able to see which one is priority and which one that you should do that has the biggest contribution to your overall grades. One thing that I want you to keep in mind is that you always want to double or even triple the time that you think you need to finish each of this assignment, because human beings we sometimes think that we can do things faster and we can do the things in a short period of time, but the reality is things happen and a lot of things come up. So make sure to give yourself some time, some room to breathe by doubling or even tripling the time that you need. And if you even finish early, that's good for you. But most of the time, I do find myself need that extra time and extra room to breathe. Once you have all your tasks aligned, pick the one that is on top of your priority list and forget the rest in the moment. Don't try to multitask, it will not turn out well. I mentioned before that if you don't have time, you can skip the not important part and just do the important one. This is also applied in the assignment itself. For example, if you have essay to write but it requires you to read, let's say, 3 journal articles, you ain't got time for that. So depending on how much time you have, just read the abstract and skim the headings of the article and go back to it later when you need some more information or some specific part of it. If for some reason you still cannot get yourself to do what you know you should do and it's already near the due date, first of all, go for a walk, make some coffee or tea, and then if that's still not work for you, one thing that always works for me is to negatively visualize the outcome if I don't do that thing. Because we're talking about school, so I'll use school for example. Let's say that I have an exam coming tomorrow, but I cannot study and for some reasons I just cannot study at all. I don't know why. I've tried all these things. What I usually do is I close my eyes and I visualize what happened if I fail the course. I will need to spend another 3,000-4,000 to retake the course and I need to let my parents know, which is really embarrassing and really hard to do for me. And one thing that maybe for you, if who like to shopping or who like to buy a lot of stuff, just think about what can you do with that $3,000-4,000. You can obviously buy a lot of shirts, shoes and everything, or maybe even like a new phone, camera. And there's a lot of things that you can do with that money. So usually this thing will scare you and it will motivate you to even do it because you know that you don't want to lose that money. So that's for this week's video. I know it sucks when you have a lot of assignment. I also sometimes, even with these techniques, sometimes I found myself left a lot like, oh yeah, how come I did not catch that? That's why course audit is really important. But if you want to know, make sure you hit the like and drop a comment down below. Maybe in the beginning or near beginning of semester, I will make another video on how you can make sure this will not happen again to you. So make sure to let me know if you're interested on that video. In the meantime, get to work. I know you're not supposed to watch YouTube and you're not supposed to be here, but if it's weekend, fine, have some fun. Just make sure that you do finish your work and you don't end up getting a F or maybe even fail just because you don't submit it. Remember, you don't want to retake the course. You don't want to let your mom or dad know that you fail. If you like and found the information that I shared today useful, make sure to hit the like and subscribe down below if you haven't. And let me know if you like this style of video and maybe this kind of SFU school related topic, and I'll make sure to publish more in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again next Saturday.